What up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Ginn podcast. This is your host, Gilbert Sanchez. If you're new here, you can call me G. We are off of episode 100. This is going to be, and if I'm fucking talking right, if I remember correctly, I want to say 104, 105. So fuck, it's been a journey. I've said that the last couple episodes, so I won't fucking say any more about it. But we're here. We're doing it. We're coming up on Thanksgiving, coming up on Christmas time. So you see the vibe behind us, which is fucking pretty dope. That's a studio that currently I'm in right now. They just set up for whoever wants to take pictures, record, whatever the situation is, and then we go from fucking there. But hopefully y'all been good. Hopefully y'all been all right. Hopefully y'all mental health been good. Hopefully y'all been working out. Hopefully y'all haven't been drinking too much. Hopefully y'all smoke a lot. I mean, whatever the case, whatever it is. Hopefully y'all doing good. Man, on this episode we have round two, a recurring guest that was on last season, and it's always dope to have people from the season before or even from previous seasons, because you can just see the growth within for both sides, the growth between them, the growth between me. So, yeah, we'll start off like that, man. APE Sterling, what's up?
What's the deal, Bill? How you, man?
You good, man?
Yeah.
I appreciate you pulling up, man. I know there was a little schedule conflict. I know we were supposed to, I think it was like last week or maybe even before that. So,
bro, it happened. Same thing last year.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
We all got
that's true.
Shit to do. Yeah, it's the same thing, bro. It's just crazy.
That's fucking true. Granted, bro, the good thing about this shit, about both of y'all, actually, you and Omar, right? There we go. I remembered. Good thing about both of y'all is y'all local, man. It's not coming from out of fucking town. So that's always good. That's always 20 good.
Minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm part of town you stay at.
So I moved. I was over there by Lackland.
Okay.
But last season, but this season I'm over by Converse.
By the house? Yeah, congrats, bro. I know I have yet to embark on that fucking journey. I don't think I want to do it anytime soon, but
man,
it's a big step.
I mean, what you renting the space here, huh?
This and then I have an apartment, 2-bedroom apartment.
I mean, look, you buy a house, you ain't got to pay none of this no more.
So I was talking off air about the buddy that I have a realtor.
Uh-huh.
Bro, he's been bugging me for the last 3 years about just basically throwing your money away, if that makes sense.
At a level,
yeah.
I mean, you can. I mean, I say if you about to go get if you staying in an apartment, which is fine, you know what I'm saying. But I wouldn't, in that first year you're there, I would be just stacking bread.
Yeah.
Just get something slight, stack your bread. And then even if you can't afford to buy, but just go rent out this little house, bro. Yep. You're going to pay the same that you paying for the apartment, and you can at least do shit in there.
So the way I look at it is you got to have somewhere to live, right? Regardless. Yeah. House, you're paying a mortgage at the house and then you're paying rent at the apartment. So I'm like, okay, well, situation that fits me best is apartment. I go worry about maintenance. I don't got to worry about cutting the lawn.
That's true.
I don't got to worry about the AC going out.
That's true.
Bro, this might sound I could have done it myself, which I could have, but fucking shower head went out in the shower a couple months ago and just called maintenance, fix the shower head.
Tight.
Yeah.
You ain't lying.
So I'm lying. And they did it while I was gone. Yeah. So I was like, oh, hell yeah. So, I mean, little things like that, I'm just pros and cons, but I get it. The homeowner, that part, I mean, that's always, it's good to purchase a home. That's why I kind of say, hey, if you can do it, if your mind's right, if you're in the space that you feel like you're comfortable in purchasing a home, fucking do it.
Yeah, and that's kind of the area you want it, because for me the long run was having room for my own studio.
Okay.
Because you can't, bro. So many damn complaints at that damn apartment, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, stop throwing a party up there. You know what I'm saying? It's not even
just
that.
Making music, bro. Chill out.
That's it. You know
I'm pretty sure the person above me makes music too, because it's the same way. But I mean, I don't complain because he's already told me. He hasn't told me he's making music. He's just told me about the noise, if it's too loud. I'm like, I mean, it's not too loud. I'll knock out anyways. I'll fucking fall asleep.
Right.
So,
and if he's doing it at a reasonable time.
You know what I'm nah, it's not a reasonable. I'll give him that. I won't give him that. It's 11 to 3 maybe.
Oh shit! Okay,
so he's
getting it in.
Yeah, he's getting it in.
All right,
but I guess that's a good question. I'm glad you brought it up. The home studio, and I've asked this before on the podcast, but it's always interesting to hear new people's opinions on it. But what's the main reason for you to bring the home studio to, or have the convenience of a home studio?
I mean, to get ideas out and the financial standpoint too, because specifically in the field of choice that I'm in, you're paying a good amount of money, like to get your stuff mixed and mastered, or to even buy studio time to just lay an idea down. So getting a home studio, you can maybe just go, you can go in the studio whenever you want. Like you make as much noise as you want. You can like actually hear what you're supposed to hear instead of like working off headphones. For me, that's been the story for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's more like having a creative space for you, like, because kind of like, right, it's different when you're kind of like a construction worker is not going to sit here and, like, you just talked about construction, that's why.
Go ahead.
A construction worker is not going to like sit there and just look at, I don't know, if he doesn't have a job to do or like have the necessary space, like if he's like not outside or like, on the bridge where like you're supposed to do the job, I mean, you're not going to really feel inspired to do it. Like, there's not very many, having your own space basically allows you to be more efficient and for the juices to flow a little bit better. And also for financial reasons, it allows you to at least, now instead of going to pay to go lay something down, you can maybe reach out to your engineer and actually just be like, hey, lay this down, how much to mix and master. Gotcha. Or like, you're just paying for that side of things.
Yeah.
Like, and that's a way different perspective, especially if you're an independent artist. Like, our pocket saying it's deep.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
So not only is it convenient, it's inexpensive. So you get a lot more. I mean, you're paying for the house anyways that you live in. You might as well just
shoot that motherfucker up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, now, mind you, is it expensive building it? Yeah. Like, but one-time fee for a long-term purpose.
Yeah, that makes sense. What type of equipment you have in your studio? Do you have it set up already?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. What type of like, what are the main things you use in your home studio?
I ain't gonna get into too personal because I don't fuck with people like that. I get it. Sometimes people be a little too, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I get it.
But I got enough to get the job done.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I got enough to handle my business. Definitely got at least like some kind of monitors, like the speaker system, at least in there, so you can, because mainly I produce, like just working on producing my own stuff. I produce my own stuff. And then I like working on laptop, but actually building mine from the ground up, very helpful. Like getting the actual CPU, that was actually very helpful, especially for like RAM space. I'm about to nerd out.
Nah, you're good, bro. I'm the same way. I built my computer too.
Yeah,
I don't use it anymore, but it's there in the apartment.
Yeah, like speed, bro. Like speed, like space, and I think because now instead of having having a laptop not only as like instead of using it only as like your main thing, now it's like an auxiliary, like a utility thing.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can actually use a laptop what it's for, like going on the go.
Yeah.
Like, so if I had to go on the go, I can just pack that up and it stay in a bag instead of having to like unplug everything from the laptop, you know what I'm saying? Pack up all your stuff and then take it all and then unpack it again to get to the house just to do the same thing. It's just like, it's monotonous. Like, so now, that's pretty much it. Like actually getting a CPU for me to work on and something that can hold the projects that I have. Like, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on the producing part for you. When did you start actually producing your own, or have you always produced your own music?
No, so shit. I had we about to just get into the whole thing. Like,
yeah, dude, let's go.
So originally, bruh, it was, I think, my junior year. And I was working with, I had a homeboy named Quentin, or Q. I call him Q, but he was a real close friend of mine. Still is. He's still real cool. It's the homie. And he was telling me that, he's making music over here, in the same neighborhood, like, that we stay in. And he was like, one day I was like, hey man, let me just go see what y'all on. It's like, you trying to make music? Okay, cool. And we went over there, and there was these two twins that was there, like twin boys. I was just sitting there, in there cooking. At the time, it was like FL Studio 12. I don't know if you're familiar with FL Studio.
I know what FL Studio is. I don't know what version they're on now, but
so we're on 20.
Oh, okay.
So back then it was 12.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So FL Studio 12, it came out, and they were just cooking on there. And I seen homeboy with a pad, just like you, like just a pad. Like he was sitting there, like chopping stuff, chopping samples. Like just chopping stuff down, and like he would sit there and like he would make shit happen, like you know what I'm saying, make the beats, and I'm like, damn, like I was always kind of interested, or like next to him while he was cooking.
Yeah.
And those people that we were working with at the time, is Frito Gang.
Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah.
So the people and they was cooking back then, we were called the students, and it wasn't like it was. Looking back at it, it sounds kind of corny, but like for the experience, it was dope. Like it's the first time I actually been on stage or like actually performed, did something with them. We had like these like suspenders and overalls on, like trying to be like nerds and shit like that. It was
trying to be the students.
Yeah. And at the time, we dropped a mixtape on on Dat Piff. You know what I'm saying? Back when Dat Piff was hot.
Yeah, so, they just canceled that like a couple months ago,
bro.
Yeah, they just canceled it.
It's in the lost files now.
Yeah.
So so after that, I had left because it was just like differences as far as like creativity, and bro, I love them people to death, and they know there's never no bad blood, bro. It's not even that. It's not that deep. So I went and I started making music. My homeboy Kenny's my best friend, like my brother, like literally from. Yeah, I can't even explain. That's my guy. So, man, that's the first person I seen. He actually bought his own equipment, like. One day we just about football. The next day it was about recording and making music. And we was called Simple Tactics ST. And back then I was going by Tolerance and instead of like APE Sterling.
Yeah, we start somewhere.
Yeah,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? So he put me on the key one day. One night I went over and he put me on the keys one time. He was like, man, so this is where your drums are. This is where your little keys are. Just play with it. He went downstairs to go make some food or something. And I came up with like some dark ass beat. It was in a dark time back then. Yeah. It was like some dark ass beat. And he went out to school. I went up to school. And then I came back home. I had dropped out for like a year or so. And then when I got back, I got sick and tired of hearing like back then you had like the A$AP Rockies, Mac Miller, Kid Cudi, and all them was going crazy. So you would hear like a bunch of like, even Schoolboy Q. Like I was really inspired by Schoolboy Q a lot. Mm-hmm. So I got tired of like getting on the type beats and like sounding like them. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't like draw anything different from that instead of like sounding like the artist. So fast forward maybe like 2016, my mom got me like this Akai Pro Mini. It's like a little 27 or 28 key keyboard. Still got it to this day. Like I'm still working. You see it in the crib. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's still the same thing. Like, and I just went to work. I cracked. I don't know what I'm supposed to say, but like,
nah, we all do. We all have fire sticks.
I cracked the hell out of goddamn FL Studio, bro. Crashed the hell out of my computer too. Like, it crashed my shit after like a year or so, and then I did it again with my next laptop. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it crashed again, and then it took me about 2 years, bro. And like 2018 is when I finally started like having a sound. And then after that, I was like, all right, I think I'm about to make a project. I'm about to drop my first shit. So then it took me another 2 years and I came up. I took a year away. Like in 2019, I took a year away. And I was working with if you know Slim Doja.
Yeah.
So I was working with Slim Doja and Drew. I was doing Drew. We had a little group going. But then I took like a year away after that and just kind of like, I don't know, personal reasons, kind of like building and kind of like trying to figure myself out a little bit as far as like the artistry and just personal life, like addictions and other things of that nature, just trying to be a better human being at that time. And 2020 came about, bro. I finally had like a body of work and like the beats started sounding like how they supposed to sound. So I would say maybe like, long story short, maybe like, bro, since 2016. So maybe it's been like, 7 years now, 8 years now.
Do you find more satisfaction when you produce the actual music that you're making?
I say hell yeah, because it's. I think with me the cool part is that people you're either able to bring somebody into a different world that they're not usually. All right, long story. It's basically like you have a soulmate, bro. So she brings something to you, you bring something to them.
Yeah.
So you're that other 50% that can either make or break things. So being able to produce for people, or like at least send stuff out, and whether they get on it or don't, like it just allows you to at least put your flavor on a song.
Oh shit! So you produce for other people?
Level.
To an extent, yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say it's like popping off going crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
I'll be
I know what
honest.
you
Like,
mean.
yeah, but I mean, yeah, I have a few out there. Yeah,
That's what's
a
up,
few
bro.
out there. Yeah,
I've always found it interesting when people start producing the actual music instead of having someone else.
Mhm.
You figure out a lot of things. I mean, that part, the how long it actually takes. I mean, because you can figure out like, hey, if someone's taking too long on something, that it don't really take that long.
bro. Yeah, it's like the coolest part about producing your own stuff is that you're able to go into a different realm of creativity because you're controlling every aspect, especially if you're writing your own stuff. So that's what makes like I think that's what makes me different as far as like when I'm putting out projects, or like really I just like making projects. But when I'm putting a project together, I'm able to like go in and actually I can sit there and craft what I want.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. If I need if I need a certain vibe, or if I need something in particular, I can either I can bring that to myself, or find something that can inspire, like kind of push the envelope for where I'm trying to go with a project, and really I can see the bread being made, to the bread being cut, to me putting the mayo and mustard on it, to me putting the ham on it, closing that mug up, and eating it.
The whole process from A to
thing.
B.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I get it. That's why I started to learn the video side of it, because I had someone doing it before when I first started, and started to figure out, hey, this is not as hard as it seems. I mean, I'm paying money for somebody to do the video, and I'm just like, nah, there's no way.
They're sitting on tripods, family.
Yeah. I was like, there's no way that this is gonna be like, from the setup to the editing to the output. Like, there's no way it should be taking this long, because there was a week, 2 weeks. Nah, it was like 2 weeks, honestly. Like, nah, I'll do this shit in like 2 hours. Fuck no.
Oh, so you started editing your own stuff?
Yeah.
How'd it go?
How's it going? It's good, man. Like, I'm down to a process where, like, if I receive the audio, like maybe like a day or two later, an episode will be out. So like it's quick turnaround. Like, because I would say 70% of the actual podcast is me, all of it. The 30% is just the audio, which I give credit. Which I give credit to my boy that does the audio, because the audio is the biggest part. Because you can have a podcast with just audio. So I'm like, okay. I mean, that's that, but the video part is what actually goes up on social media more oftentimes than not. So that's what actually people see, and it's just
the marketing piece of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what if it's a visual.
Yeah, so that's why I give myself 70%. But I mean, it is what it is. But you mentioned projects earlier, and one of the points I want to get into, you released it, let's see, 2 months ago now, sooner than later.
What is today? Is today 19th?
No, it's not. It's the 12th.
So a week from today.
Yeah.
This will be 2 months. Yeah. So 2 months ago. Yeah, for sure.
How was that process like, man? Was there something different you did from the previous kind of projects you did? Did you do anything different previously?
Hell yeah. I think the different part about Long Story Short, it was that it was more into the weeds and more I wouldn't say more conceptual. Yep. I would say it was more like a mixtape instead of like an actual
big ass train.
Yeah, it's big ass train.
You can barely hear it on the mics, but you're good.
It was more of a mixtape feel. But I think this one was more challenging because time frame. Because we were already doing so much. Like, even from trying to wrap up Long Story Short and still tying loose ends, and I don't know, kind of waiting on things at a level.
Yeah.
How would I describe it? I would say the hardest part was actually recording it and finishing it, really. Because I feel like Long Story Short, like, it took so long to make Long Story Short. And it was one of them ones that was just like, I don't know, but like I literally busted like the biggest nut making like Long Story Short.
Yo.
Tea time. Yeah.
Nah, you're good, bro.
But it feels like that creatively. Like, I put literally everything I've been through from 2015 all the way up until 2022. So like, I'm a person when I'm making projects, so you have to like kind of live life in order to actually for my music to be able to come up with a product like that continuously.
Mm-hmm.
So that stuff takes time, but like sooner than later, I just wanted to put something together just to kind of show off my ability instead of like putting a whole story and craft behind it. There are some stories in between there that I'm telling, but it's more of a mixtape. This time that was probably the biggest difference.
Yeah, I can see it. It's a lot different.
It's a lot different. Production is way different too.
Yeah. Was that that's all you?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Except Paper Stay Green.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to ask too, this is just me, my personal, I don't even know what it's called. It's like just something, you know how producers have like I don't know, like a marker that they put like a tag, like they let them know that it's them.
Yeah.
What's the one that you put in there? What is it?
The hey, something is burning around.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Where's that from? Did you make that up, or is that from like a show or something?
Yeah, it's from something else. I don't know. Can you tell people your tags? You kind of let them figure it out. I feel like it's kind of cool when they figure it out.
So I thought it was from Seinfeld, because I don't know if this was like damn near like 8 years ago. Wale did a fucking album about nothing, and he had Seinfeld on there. We had bits and pieces of Seinfeld within there, so he had a whole project on it. So that's why it sounded like it, but I think it was too. I don't think it was it. That's why I wanted to ask this to see what exactly it was.
I'm gonna show you right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Man, you just look at it.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's cool. Far left. Had no idea.
Something is burning around here.
Yeah. No idea that was that. That's like never. Yeah.
I mean, it was. That was back in what? I think I found that like 2018.
Yeah.
I was like, man, hell yeah. Like that shit makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, bro.
Makes 5 beats. All right, shit. You know what I'm saying? Something is burning right.
Gotta get a tag.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I've always found it interesting how people come up with tags. Just because it just shows like that. I mean,
yeah.
So, I mean, that's what it's kind of cool when you grow up. You can put things in your childhood back into the creativity.
And you just gave it away, man.
My bad, bro. We'll cut it out. We'll cut it out.
Just goddamn gave it away. Nah,
I'll cut it out for real if you want me to.
It ain't that damn deep. But
they don't know what part it is.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. This was you asked like how it came about.
Yeah.
I think just in general, cause I know I was watching Timbaland one time on one of his podcasts, and he was like, "Well, you familiar with Pharrell's beats at all? Like, you know, he does like the dun 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 dun. So that's his thing. He just repeats the beat in the beginning. Timbaland, he doesn't have a joint, like because he's like he feels like you don't really need it, you know, because I was a person in the room, like I know it was, you know, but you can hear it in his drums and his patterns, like you know. I think that in producers, that's like a spoken word that you can like hear like what producer did that. Now, you know, you can tell which one's Alchemist, who's Timbaland, who's Pharrell, who's like, you know. But with the beat tag, I think it was just one of them ones like it's not a normal beat tag. It's kind of like the hey Pierre, you want to come out here? And then like but as soon as you hear that, it's like, oh, this shit finna go crazy. Yeah. Like I want one day that's just gonna go freaking crazy. Like you're gonna hear that you're gonna hear that tag. And it's like, oh, APE produced this? And you're gonna be like, damn, like I'm in for a treat or something like that, because you know the beats are just so the beats are never the same. Like, you know, all the production is different. So like imagine you working like I might be working with like a Kendrick or like a Cole or something. You hear that tag off, it's like, oh shit. Like, you know, it's like an extension of my name. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just kind of goes. I wanted something that can go and speak for my name when doing production. And now it's Smoke Man Sampson when I'm producing.
Gotcha.
Smoke Man. Yeah.
Damn, bro, I feel bad because I just let the split the beans on that fucking tag.
Shit, bro. Man. I mean, bro, I feel like.
Have you ever talked about it before?
Nah.
Hell yeah. It's a one-on-one on this one.
It's a one-on-one. It's a one-on-one. You might have, do this. So the camera's rolling. So look, if I look back at the podcast, you just bleep that part out.
I got you.
So say it. So you about to say the. Oh, damn! I just fucking said it.
I'll bleep that part out too.
Okay, yeah, do the bleep giant. Do the bleep giant.
I got you. I remember. It's at the 31 marker.
Okay.
I wanted to ask, and I don't know how personal you want to get or how deep you want to get, but I've always liked to dive deep into this subject, and I've asked these questions. Jesus Christ!
No, bro, it's a whole thing.
I've asked these questions before, but you mentioned addiction, and like I said, I don't want to get into your personal life. I don't want to see how far you can go, but I know that tells a lot, because even you mentioning it, you could have said nothing about it, but even you mention it just means how far you've come from whatever you were dealing with, the experiences you went through. So, yeah, man, how hard was that to even overcome? Because I know 2019, just based off what you're saying right now, sounds pretty hard.
We'll starting with 2019 in October. I don't know what it was, but I feel like everybody kind of goes through some kind of like self-learning, self-diving, self-adjusting, self-understanding that you have to like look within. And the way you cope with that, it'd be the craziest. I feel like everybody has like our knows what I'm talking about. It's a feeling that kind of comes over you and some people haven't felt it yet, but it happens in your life where you just like you don't know who you are, and your identity is so like jaded, and you're sick of kind of what you're doing as far as like in your personal life. You're doing stuff that's like not really helpful for you or doesn't serve you in a season, and you're coping with it. Either mine was drinking first. And it would get to the point where I'm drinking like literally like them little $30 bottles, like the ones that maybe like this tall, like a day or two. In a day or two. And I was doing this like throughout the week, all the time. Like all the time. And that lasted probably from the end of November, going like actually from October to like maybe like the end of try towards like New Year's, January. I got to a point where it wasn't that deep. The thing that, and I'm gonna say this too, the thing that is the silent killer, or like that kills your brain, and a lot of men don't talk about it. This is strictly for the homies. Me and my homeboy just had a conversation about it. Pornography, fucking demon, bro. And I'm gonna keep it a whole buck, because that's the battle I'm still facing towards this day. And I feel like it's not really talked about, but I'm gonna fucking say it, because that shit's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like it ruins so many, you don't know it, but you know how they talk about like retention, like semen retention, bro. I figured out that it's not the fact of like, as a man, it's not the after you do what you do, when you walk into a room after you just did what you do, and people can say like you could, some people say like, you know, people can feel your energy or something like that. It's not even an energy fact. I mean, at a level, it can be, or it could be. I truly believe that it's the shame that you feel as a man knowing what you just did, because you know it's not right.
Yeah.
Right. So now you're greeting everybody with that shame.
Yeah.
Right. And it's on your face. It's like on you. It's in your eyes. It's in how you move. So, bro, that's just been attached to me, bro. Like something that was started from curiosity and from your homies that you hang around when you're like, what, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, bro. That's been now. You didn't know that a split second turns into 20 years of addiction to this.
Yeah. Not a lot of people know it's an addiction too.
Bro.
It's just normal.
It's just normal. You think it's okay. And like, dude, it's not. It's not, bro.
There's one real point that I want to touch on when it comes to pornography. You have there's expectations that comes with what you're seeing on the screen. So that, for me, when I was younger, that translated into like the relationships I was in.
Right.
Because I always assumed that, hey, what I'm seeing on there should be in my relationship. And if it's not, I'm going to go get it.
Family.
I'm going to go get it.
Family. And so what ended up happening?
I went in and got it.
Right, but what did you learn, and what did you do right after you went and got it? Like, what was that feeling like after you went and found it?
I felt like shit, because when you go get it, that's not where it's at.
Because it's not what you want.
Yeah, it's not what I wanted. And 9 times out of 10, it's honestly somebody that is not what I'm looking for. It's just the appearance that's there. Because for me, I've said it before, man. I was a shitty person for a long time, and it was because of, I don't know, there's a lot of points that go to it, but most of it came down to just the way I was brought up, childhood trauma. And I realized should have realized sooner than later that it was pornography, bro, because there was certain expectations I had in my mind that if I didn't get it, I was going to get it and no one else can stop me.
Correct.
No one else was going to stop it. And the grass sometimes is not always greener on the other fucking side. It's crazy, man, because there's people out there that think this shit is normal. And growing up, whether if it's poverty, middle class, even sometimes the wealthier side too, you get into this addiction that it's a shitty way to fucking live, bro. It's a shitty way to live.
It's a shitty way to live, to think, and to be in your subconscious.
Yeah.
Because like, especially with like, you can even go deeper into like, you know, the platforms that we on, like, you know what I mean? Like, especially with like Instagram, Twitter, like, bro, you be scrolling on anything, bro. And you just like randomly, it's just like, you ain't got to say it. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, what? Now you're triggered.
Yeah.
And now you're sitting there, now you're in the fight of your life. Like, should I do it? Now you're done. And now you end up wherever you do it at. Now you're there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, bro. And you try not to do it and it just be happening. Mm-hmm. Just before you know it, bro, now you start scrolling the other shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's annoying.
Bro, I think about it, man. It just sounds terrible, bro. But like the concept of sex, man, I've known about that.
Yeah.
Since I was like 4 or 5. That's crazy.
It's crazy work.
Yeah.
It's crazy work.
And most people do learn at that age, whether if it's like they're brought into it, shit, God forbid, anything happens like from a family member that like there's
you talking about being touched or anything of that nature?
like that shit is it's a lot of that, and it's a crazy world, bro. Like it's a crazy fucking world.
But imagine like, because we were coming up, it was more like you get DVDs and you got magazines. Like what how old are you?
28.
Okay, I'm 27. So it's the like we got the best of both worlds at a level, because we saw before cell phones and we saw with cell phones.
Yeah.
The implementation and everything.
Yeah.
Like, we saw what it's like to just only be able to call off the house phone and everything. But like the accessibility was, you'd be lucky to have a computer in your household.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like a family computer. You know what I'm saying? Like we only had one in the crib. It was one station for it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, for us, you sneaking around trying to do stuff on there, trying to get on MySpace or trying to get on whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now I feel bad, or I feel, you know, I say intimidated by like the kids that are coming out now and what they have to face. It's like, we outside playing back in the Gap. I don't even know if they know what that feeling is like no more. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That freedom of just like, you literally just being a kid. Now it's like, bro, like there's kids that are like 9, 10, 11 years old doing reviews for Toys R Us, feeding their families.
Yeah.
You feel me? And like that accessibility of like any and everything to kill you that's out here is out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's accessible.
100%. This is might have something to do with it. I don't know. But this is just a random fact. You know what trunk or treat is? Trunk or treat.
I think so.
So this was something new to me that I learned this year, and apparently it's been happening for the last couple of years. Apparently people pull up in the parking lot, open their trunks of their cars, and pass out candy on Halloween. So instead of people going to houses and getting in like trick or treating, they have trunk or treat. Like, what the fuck is that? So like,
I think I've heard of that. Yeah,
so I guess it's safer, but in a way, in a sense, and like,
because more public, I guess.
But in my head, I'm like, man, what's causing that? And I don't know if this has something to do with what we're just talking about the, I guess just the accessible, having information so accessible to you that you know about these things. So when I heard that shit, I was just like, nah, this is wild, because kids out are not trick-or-treating. And that's like, I don't know. I feel like when we were younger, I mean, that was like one of the best times ever. It's kind of weird.
Depending on your family. If your family's in the, yeah, of course. But I get it. Like, yeah. But now it's like, well, you just going and getting to the meat and potatoes real quick.
Yeah.
One stop shop.
Yeah. So I don't know. It just caught me off guard, because I was fucking scrolling on TikTok, which is another fucking drug. And and I saw that shit, and it tripped me out, bro. But another point I wanted to ask is, I don't know if you started this or maybe you jumped on it with somebody, but you recently had like a little episode, little IG video on Instagram about Mental Health Monday. And
Yana.
Yeah, yes. And I wanted to ask, I mean, what's why even jump on it? Because most people kind of shy away, especially homies, especially men, kind of shy away from not. If you do have mental health, it's not something that's talked about. It's like you're a bitch if you talk about your feelings. Basically, I'll say it like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, hey, real recognize real, man.
Yeah,
I say I did that because I'm a child of God, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, but I know I'm here for a mission. bro, and I know that we've had feels like 8 years worth of this is nothing against my women, man. I love y'all. But I know the envelope has been pushed for women and queens and putting women first and making sure they're straight. But like, bro, there's so much that comes with being a man as well. And that is it's been getting very overlooked, especially with the agendas that are being pushed in general. And that's another day. But I went on there because I know that I have something to say. And it's not just about the music, honestly. Like, even coming on here, bro, like, we sitting there having a different conversation. It's supposed to be about music, I guess. But, bro, the realest part of this so far right now is talking about the pornography issue. But that's like mental health. And that's like fellowship in a way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm like the, biggest Christian or anything like that, or more spiritual than anything. But I mean, I'm on my journey. But I think every man, bro, I don't think a lot of men have a voice in that kind of conversation. A lot of men are afraid maybe to talk about it, or maybe don't have the space to talk about it, man. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's a little jaded right now, especially just in the universe in general. There is too much going on, man.
Yeah.
I think just real conversation be pushing the envelope, because I don't think we recognize how much we have in common with so many people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've always liked to bring up the mental health part of any conversation, just because I know a lot of people go through it, and a lot of people are afraid to talk. A lot of people don't have the courage to actually say something, and a lot of people don't think that other people are going through the same thing. Most people think that, I don't know, I wouldn't say most. I feel like there's a lot of people that think that they might be alone, or they feel a certain way and that they feel that themselves.
Right.
So they can't really relate to somebody like, you're not feeling what I'm feeling because of this situation, which is
blasphemy.
Yeah. Because most people go through the same thing, I would say, depending on what the situation is and what event happened. So, I mean, it's always good to figure out and have different conversations and find somebody out there that can actually talk to, family, friends, anybody, literally.
One is you have to find the right person that's capable of having those conversations and open.
Yeah.
And before we talk, you say you're an open book. I am as well. I ain't got to say that though. Like, but yeah. Bro, I am as well. I'm trying to get to the meat and potatoes about like what's really going on with people, not more of like, the roundabout. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is not, I still got to go home.
Yeah.
Like, my wife know me as Sterling, not whoever this is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is just what I do, not who I am. Like, this is, I think in general, bro, like, I don't think people also have the capacity sometimes to be able to talk to it because of like the focus. We're getting data so fast. We're getting like so much given to us at one time that, bro, I think in general, bro, our brains are fried, bro. I think they're literally fried. Like, we're cooked.
Yeah. Me personally, I'm not making any better because I'll be scrolling on TikTok for fucking minutes.
We all do.
Minutes. And that's one of the things I've been trying to chill off of. But man, there's some funny ass shit on that app, bro.
Nah, there's some crazy stuff out there. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, this was I'm just grateful, bro, that we went into that, man, because honestly, that wasn't even on the list that I wanted to talk about. And I appreciate you, stepping up and even going into that conversation. That just shows the person you are. That just shows the experiences. And just, I think it gives hope to people that are watching. It gives hope to someone that has been through that situation that, hey, if this person right here that I'm looking on this screen, tablet, iPhone, whatever, he can get through it, I can too. And there's a, go ahead, man.
No, finish.
No, I was just gonna say there's I think there's a space outside of where you're currently at, whoever's watching, that is that's a safe spot, man. You don't have to be in the space that you're currently in. There's always somewhere else.
Exactly. Real quick, well, you have more questions?
Like one, but we're good, bro. You can go ahead.
Can we talk about hip hop real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Like kind of the space we're in.
Yeah, like currently.
Yeah, where do you think we at?
Shit, bro. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm not really a hip hop head, like into like music. Like I mean, the fucking person I listen to the most is like Drake. But like I'm not really like, I guess, a hip hop. I mean, I like Jay-Z.
Right.
I mean, I like the old school. Like I mean, we're the same age, so I mean, some of the shit we came up on, it's not the same.
Yeah. Let me a more broad question. What do you think about music in general, like nowadays?
I'll say this. Me personally, I'm a lyric person, and I've always thought rap should have lyrics and a story, to where it can have, where it hits personally, where it can have a meaning that is, I don't even know the word. Basically, if you're telling a story that's been through an experience, that you've been through an experience, and put that on a song, it's gonna have a way more effect. And I feel like more people are gonna start listening to you, and then from there you grow your audience. But I mean, I'm a lyric person. I've always been attached to that.
And it's not that anymore.
Yeah,
like literally. Bro, if you can, bro, go back to last season when I was on here, and I said, like I feel like people are building a brick wall and they keep running into it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, why do you, like, why not change it and just walk around it if you see it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Something up that alley. And like, we're walking in that manifestation. Like, I think music in general right now has become so microwave that it's impossible to get full off it, because like microwave meals only fit in the microwave. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like literally the truth. Like, I feel like there's nobody giving true substance, man. I feel like everything is so copycat. I'm honestly tired of it. I've been tired of it for a while, but I think it's just kind of, and I appreciate people who make music still. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, I'll still be having my bops. So I indulge at a level. Yep. Like, you know what I mean? But I think I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see the people who are melodic share the same space and get this. Are the people who actually like your like. Am I wrong to say like Jid shouldn't be like the number one right now on top of the rap game right now?
Who?
Jid. J. Cole. Like, I'm talking about currently, like new artists coming up. You got your big three. Yeah. For me, I say Kendrick, Drake, Cole.
Say it again. Would you say it first?
Jid.
Yeah.
I'm talking about new artists. Yeah. Like for lyrical ability, like Jid is up there.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like for people who are coming up, and I was having a conversation with my homie Ira, bro. And we were like, man, and Benny the Butcher too. Crazy work. But like, I remember back in the Gap, bro. Drake, Kendrick, and Cole, bro, they had their own like cosigns, or like not cosigns, but people gave them the crown, bro.
Yeah.
You know, Snoop giving Kendrick the crown, Wayne giving Drake the crown. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nas giving Cole his crown. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, hey, why are we not passing that down? And why are why are the greats not collaborating with the people who are up and coming? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, at least a lot more. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to bring that back, bro, you got to make it cool. Like, tell everybody that, like, this dude is, this is the next guy. Like, you know, why can't we just let everybody know who's the next guy?
I don't know, man. Maybe it's an ego thing.
I don't know, but that shit got to stop, homie.
Yeah.
Like, that shit has to stop. That shit, we getting, it's scary out here, dog.
Maybe it's a title. Maybe they don't want to give away that title.
I think it's because they're still making music, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you, but I think, bro, thoroughly, we need to go ahead and, I think it's time for that switch, bro. I think we're in that time and space where everything's kind of standing still. It's time to go back to the other direction now. Mm-hmm. I'm ready to hear that.
I'm a big fan of creativity. and you're just touching on it right now. A person that I never thought I would be into, never thought I would even like this music is Tizo Touchdown.
Tizo tough, ain't he?
100%.
Yeah. Tizo tough.
Like,
you listen to his project?
Yeah. When I first heard it, I was like, And I started listening to it from front to back. Like I'm a front to back guy. Like I'll listen to that shit 3 or 4 times, and bro, that shit is crazy. I never thought I would be into a R&B, hip hop, rock. Like it's just it's crazy. So I'm like, okay, this is different. I can fuck with this.
And his creativity is, I can't even put words on it. Like,
never mind what he looks like. I mean, he look crazy.
He has a cool aesthetic.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It makes sense. Like, you know what I mean? But he have you heard I'm Just a Fan by Tizo Touchdown?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Like the lyric, like I think lyricism can also be in songwriting. I've put it in songwriting.
Yeah.
Songwriting on that, for him to relate himself to a fan, bro.
That's the cool thing about when I listen to that, and you have music before, you have like a catalog, or you have shit that you've done before, instantly you can become a fan because you can go back to the music and you find other shit. You're like, oh, well, damn. I mean, if they've been doing it this long and their creativity has just grown over the past, I mean, it's something you can vibe with. So that's always, man, I wanted to say that on here because, man, that shit, that project was
sensational.
Yeah, that project was so dope.
It was dope as fuck.
Yeah. Shit, bro. Camera just went off. I don't know which one it was, but we're good, man. Shit, bro. Anything you want to say? Anything you want to fucking plug before we get up out of here?
Yeah, man. Paper stay green at all times, man. Homegrown Entertainment in the building. Yep. Love you. Go stream sooner than later if you haven't already. If I don't see you soon, I see you later. If I don't see you later, I see you in a minute.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And also, stay up out here, man. It's just tough. It's just tough out here. It's real tough out here. We on the lookout for Ape Tape. We got something coming out.
Hell yeah.
Should be sometime next year. So
I want to end on just again, man. Had no idea this conversation was going to go the way it went.
Type shit.
And I'm super grateful. This is the type of conversations I like to have on this platform because it just, people that watch, people that are looking for that hope, people that are looking for something to grab onto. I want to have this platform for that specific reason. And talking about those in the conversation we had today, man, it just showed the person you are, the person you're going to be. Man, it's just so fucking dope to see and have that conversation with you. So, I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you. It take a real man to be able to receive.
Yes, sir.
You know
what
I'm saying? Man. Talk about it.
This is shit. I'm pretty sure it's this camera that went off because it went off last time. But man, I again, man, appreciate you coming down. This is gonna be. I'm gonna bleep out those fucking things for you, dog.
I'm
gonna bleep out those things for you. Shit, guys, if you're still watching, man, stream sooner than later. Check out his previous music. Follow the movement.
Hell yeah.
I'm sure he gets a lot of shit coming out. He always does, but he's always working. I see it.
Yes, sir.
I see it.
Hey, shout out to Omi the homie. You know what I'm saying? My partner in crime.
Yes,
making shit happen.
I appreciate you, man. We out here, dog. Until next time.
Till next time, brother.
Peace.
Peace.